Mr. Donald Trump, why these gas prices so high, sir?
Just a quick question. How the fuck am I supposed to survive?
You going to work every day and you're short on rent, short on food, short on gas, short on the phone bill, short on the car insurance, and then you got random hidden fees everywhere you go.
And I ain't gonna lie, between gas, rent, and these Usher and Chris Brown tickets, something's not getting paid.
How are people surviving anymore?
And to the black people who was able to escape this hellhole, bitch, fuck you.
Life has really became a fucking joke. Gas is $5. Rent is $1,500 to live in the fucking hood. People want you to make 3 times the rent.
Since 2021, rent has gone up 28%. Your grocery bill has jumped up over 26%. And gas has spiked a full $1 in the last 3 months. The average family paid over $1,700 extra last year alone in tariffs, on top of everything else that's draining their wallets. And right now, 55% of Americans are saying that their financial situation is only getting worse. The highest numbers ever recorded. Check this out.
And I ain't gonna lie, between gas, rent, and these Usher and Chris Brown tickets, something's not getting paid. So somebody let me know if I could stay with y'all after this concert, because it's not looking too good.
Why is everyone else not out here having like financial panicking? Or at least like not talking about the fact that we're all financially panicking. Don't get me wrong, my husband and I both have good jobs. We both have good health insurance, everything. We have a nice house in DFW area. Granted, we bought it 2 years ago, so the interest rates on that are absolutely astronomical. Our mortgage would make most people like vomit. But what I don't understand is like the gas prices are so high. Groceries are so high. Literally simple daily things that you need are so freaking expensive. And like politicians aren't even blinking at this. They're just like, oh, it's inflation. If everything is getting more expensive, but wages aren't going up at all to cover it, like what is the solution and how are people surviving anymore? Do any of our lawmakers or politicians like actually even care about like the lower or middle class anymore? Because it really doesn't feel like it.
Sometimes I think about getting hit by a garbage truck or like a mail truck or just a school bus. And I won't even care in the hospital, all the broken bones and all the, all the pain I got to go through. Because once that settlement hits, that's when the real healing gets to start. I'm trying to hit my bank account. As long as I can walk again, I'm good. But a lot of people don't tell you about that growing up, that you're going to want to get hit by a motherfucking garbage truck. You're going to work every day and you're short on rent, short on food, short on gas, short on the phone bill, short on the car insurance. And then you got random hidden fees everywhere you go. People don't tell you that you're going to want to get hit by a garbage truck. That shit'll change your life. Don't go to school, get hit by a school bus.
Can't stand it when I see kids that are making 70 grand a year spending $28 for lunch. I mean, that's just stupid.
All right, so I got a question. If gas gonna go up, bills are gonna go up, rent's gonna go up, mortgages are gonna go up, taxes are gonna go up. I feel that it's only right that we pass a law that basically says if we experience some sort of inflation in our country, then our wages should increase and match that inflation.
Hi, Australian government. Just a quick question. How the fuck am I supposed to survive? Like, I'm single. I don't have a partner to really split costs with me. My rent is $450 a week. And then obviously we have gas, which I just spent $180 filling up my car. I just spent another $200 on food because I actually need to eat meat and not just veggies or shit food. And then I have my medication. That's $100. Then I've got freaking extra bills. That's not including gas or water or anything like that just initially coming out. Like, I don't earn bad money, but like, I literally can't even afford to live on what I'm on. I would have to get a second job. I don't have...
I've said it before, and it proves to be true every day. Anyone who gets on here and argues with me about saying that a person who works 40 to 50 hours per week in the United States and still cannot afford food and to pay for their rent is ridiculous, then there's something wrong with you who disagree with that. No, I'm not advocating for $20 minimum wage, $30 minimum wage, $66 minimum wage. I'm not advocating for that. I know, common sense tells me, research tells me, just looking at the numbers tells me, if minimum wage is $20, everything else will increase. I'm not advocating for that. And you guys say, well, if you go to college, if you do this, if you get a trade, if you have skills, you'll make more. I'm not specifically talking about me. People have different situations, and all over the world it's the same. So you have to think about that before you're judging so harshly. You don't know people's situations. Bye.
It's about save every little penny you can for a rainy day, for emergency fund. How the hell I'm gonna save some money in this damn economy? Gas so fucking high. I'm paying $20 more than what I was paying for gas now. But you want to save every little penny, save for emergency fund. I can save $5 a check. That's all I can save. This shit hard, man. Like, if you by yourself or you got somebody helping you out, to each his own, man. Like, saving money in this economy is crazy, man. You hear me? Saving money is crazy right now. Like, I'm trying to survive.
Rent is high. Fuel price is high. Groceries prices are high. Tomato prices are high. Why shouldn't you be high? What makes you not to be high? I'm asking you a question. You're supposed to be high. Right now, you're supposed to be high. Because everything is high. Why don't you be high? Huh? Why? You're supposed to be high before you sleep.
And to the black people who was able to escape this hellhole, bitch, fuck you, okay? How dare you go out and live your best motherfucking life and leave the rest of us behind? Because I'm tired of seeing all these videos of y'all in Japan, Vietnam, Thailand, all these motherfucking places, goddamn, just living your best life. But no, for real, this is what I want to say. For the ones of us that's still here, when is enough enough? You know what I'm saying? Why is it that we're always threatened, like as far as our pockets, our livelihood, right? The reason why the government continues to do the shit that they do, because they're not the ones ever threatened. Their money is not threatened. Their livelihood is not threatened. They'll sit up there and say, oh, they're going up on rent again. They're going up on rent again. And then you'll turn around and be like, oh, guess I'll just get a fourth job. Guess I'll just get a fifth job. You ought to be tired. We all walk around this bitch looking like raccoons under the eyes because we're continuously running the fucking rat race. When is enough enough? Why the fuck is basic necessities considered a luxury? That's crazy to me. Because I'm not gonna keep doing this shit. I'm not gonna, in every fiber of, in the deep fibers of my nervous system, I am not going to continue doing this shit. I'm not finna let these motherfuckers stress me the fuck out. I'm just not. I'm tired of being stressed.
So I'm at the point now where I think it's cheaper to go out to dinner. I went to the store tonight and bought a pack of ground beef, a pack of buns, a bag of potatoes, and a bottle of oil. How much do you think that cost me? $50 fucking dollars. $50 for a hamburger dinner to make French fries and have hamburgers on a bun. No lettuce, no tomato, no cheese, no bacon. Hamburgers, buns, oil, and a bag of fucking potatoes. I make pretty good money. Thought I had a good job. I think it'd be cheaper to go out to dinner than to buy hamburgers or to make hamburgers and French fries at your own fucking house. Has anyone let the government know that people can't afford to fucking eat? Are we supposed to live off ramen? This is fucking insanity. This is fucking insanity.
Life has really became a fucking joke. Gas is $5. Rent is $1,500 to live in the fucking hood. People want you to make 3 times the rent and they don't make 3 times the rent. Food is expensive. They taking people's link card. Kids bad as fuck. School's not safe. What the fuck else is going on? This shit is just too much. So give people some grace because life really fucking us right now.
Hey, what's up, America? We need to talk about the struggles that Americans are now starting to face. mostly regarding gas prices, food prices, house prices, including rent, and frankly speaking, the price of everything. Insurance being astronomical, car repair being astronomical, vacation prices being more than double. Something needs to give here because this has been going on long enough. This started after the pandemic, it got way worse under Joe Biden, and it continues under Donald Trump, and nobody's doing anything to stop this. Most of these price increases are nothing except supply and demand issues, specifically with housing, price gouging from major companies, and horrifying policies originally from the Biden administration that still haven't been rolled back. But however you look at it, whether it's Joe Biden's policies or Donald Trump's policies that keep these high prices going, something needs to be done, and somebody needs to address the fucking high prices and low value of the dollar here in the United States, god damn it. Prices for food are double since Joe Biden was in charge, and it continues. Housing prices are double in 5 years, give or take. Same with car prices, new and used. Insurance prices. Utility and electric prices are high, and they're going to get even higher with data centers. They've already said you're going to be footing the bill. And since the value of our dollar is in the toilet, you're going to need more and more money in order to compensate the difference. A task that is currently impossible because most of you are working the maximum amount of hours you ever could. Many of you don't even see your children anymore. Most of you have cut back on food. I know a lot of you aren't going on vacation. You can't afford medical expenses. You sure as fuck can't afford anybody else's life. And a majority of you don't even have an emergency fund because how the fuck could you? You're maxed out on everything. You have no savings account. Your credit cards are maxed out. We're fucked. But prices won't come down. It's fucking ridiculous. Now, of course, as Democrats told everybody when Joe Biden was president, the president doesn't set prices. And that's true. But presidential policy can do things when it comes to fuel, when it comes to taxes, when it comes to production and forced reinvestitures into the United States. But I think I speak for all Americans when I say we're really getting to the tipping point here. If affordability is not addressed and prices do not come down here in America, even rich billion-dollar companies that are propping up the stock market will start to lose value. Because regardless of how much you can speculate, when the people that use your products and purchase from you run out of money, that's it. And when people get hard up, that revolving type of business starts to go away and fail. People choose necessity only, and that's about where we're at. So you can only have so many small businesses shut down. You can only have so many jobs taken away from AI. You can only have so many hardships before people finally break down and there's no gain at all. Now you can try to force profit and gain bit by bit with data centers and selling data and all this other shit, but that has a shelf life. And it's not sustainable. You need more, and there simply isn't fucking more. It's time for companies to lower their profit margins and reinvest in the United States. Every single service has been cut. Every single business has used cost-cutting measures. Every single company is mired in planned obsolescence. And if it keeps going, you're not even gonna have businesses. You're not even gonna have anything people can afford because they can't even afford to eat right now. You gotta think better than that. We need to lower prices across the board simply to save the continuity of the nation we've built.
I live in Detroit, Michigan, and by the end of the month, I literally need $4,000, and I can't even afford that after 2 jobs. My rent in itself is $1,700 for the month. My electric bill is $300. Groceries for the month cost over $600. And now that I'm thinking about it, I literally didn't even factor in that gas costs $5 per gallon right now. I have to pay my phone bill, I have to pay the Wi-Fi bill, I have to pay for car insurance, I have to pay for my medical insurance. I literally rent a 1-bedroom apartment in Detroit. Why can't I afford to live off of 2 jobs? But yeah, Detroit is cheap, right?
Y'all see what I'm saying? Ain't this about a... Look, gas so expensive. I don't even want to go to the gas station. I done ran out of gas. I had to have my dad come help me put some gas in the car. This is what I'm talking about. And I spilled about $3 on the floor. $20 only got me 3 gallons. $20 got me 3 gallons. I'm on my way to the dang stove. Thanks, Pop. Right, appreciate it. Love you. You see what I'm saying? Now, I ain't drove my car since Friday, mind you, okay? I ain't drove it since Friday. Since Friday. And I knew I needed gas. Yeah, I did. I knew I needed gas, but I didn't want to go because it's so damn expensive. I'd be dreading going to the damn pump. It's getting out of hand. And now I still gotta go to the gas station and I still gotta fill up. And y'all know how much I just spent filling up. And I was dreading it this whole time. I didn't want to go. I don't need no gas. I'm not going to where I'm staying home. But man, look at all these cars. They know damn well they don't want to put no gas in their cars, man. Turn this damn thing off, man. See what I'm saying, man? Damn. Y'all have a good day now, you hear?
Gas is just entirely too high. No, you cannot ride with me. I'm not picking you up. And no, you can't ride with me. Put the gas in your car or give me the gas to put in my car. But no, you cannot ride with me. I don't want to go nowhere. Stop inviting me places. I just want to sit in the house with the little bit of gas I got to get from home to work. I don't want to be invited nowhere. I repeat, gas is too high to even try to go anywhere. $40 get you to the corner. $60 may get you up a couple lights. But y'all, it's just ridiculous on how these gas prices just keep going up and up. And if you have a car that take 93, you in trouble. You in trouble. Because it don't even make the needle move in the car. I can't be the only one, y'all. Like, what? A ride? You better not even think to ask me for a ride. And I won't think to ask you.
If no one's gonna say it, I will. I am so tired of the older generation saying that the younger generation never wants to work. No, we just don't want to work 40 to 60 hours a week just to afford the fucking basics. And you want to know what's so crazy is that 40 to 50 hours a week in today's generation actually barely covers the basics, meaning rent, mortgage, utilities, food, gas, just everyday expenses. And motherfuckers want to say that we don't want to work. Like, the shit barely covers that. Like, how are we supposed to live our lives if we can't even, like, if majority of people my age can't even fucking simply afford the basics? Make that make sense, bro.
Baby, listen, I got something to say real quick. Mr. Donald Trump, why these gas prices so high, sir? We, the American people, want to know why these gas prices so high. Food prices high. Why? We, the American people, want to know. What is going to happen? You told us the gas prices is supposed to go down. I ain't seen it happen yet. We want to know. Rent prices still high. We, the American people, ain't making that kind of money to afford the gas, rent, and everything else that's going on right now. We losing the war. What's really going on? Can somebody help me out? Can somebody fill me in? Please. We, the American people, want to know what's going on.
Living in America right now feels like a punishment. You wake up already behind, you go to work just to stay broke, and you watch the cost of everything rise while your paycheck doesn't move an inch. Groceries are a luxury. Rent is robbery. Healthcare is a joke. And somehow we're the ones blamed for not budgeting better. People are working 2-3 jobs and still choosing between food or gas. Families are crammed into apartments because buying a house became a fantasy. You can't afford to get sick. You can't afford to rest. You can't afford to exist. But they keep telling us the economy's strong. Strong for who? Because it sure as hell isn't the people doing the work. We're out here treading water while billionaires build rockets, politicians trade stocks, and corporations raise prices just because they can. We were promised opportunity. We got survival. And what makes this worse is watching people blame themselves. Like somehow you failed because you can't afford a 1-bedroom anymore. Like you didn't do enough when the truth is the math just stopped adding up years ago. They told us to work harder, but never told us they'd change the finish line. This isn't a country full of lazy people. It's a country full of exhausted ones. Simple as that.
It's starting to hit us millennials now. I don't think that y'all realize it is starting to hit us. Ain't no more village. Grandparents are dropping like flies. Parents. Oh, I miss my daddy. Don't. We got kids. And a lot of us probably shouldn't have made that decision. I'm saying the things out loud so that y'all don't have to feel bad about saying it. Michael said, if you can't feed the baby, then don't have the baby. And we should have listened.
I'm just sitting here just scoping out and thinking about life, like the economy, how expensive everything is. The cost of living, that's one thing. Food costs going up, gas prices up and down. And I'm salary paid, so my pay doesn't change unless I get a raise or whatever this case be. But at the end of the day, like for people that's hourly, it's the same situation. Everything around us is going up, but our wages don't change. And it's not the employer, trust and believe that. I mean, it's only so much they can do. It's just this economy to me, the government to me, you know, just look at just to go to the grocery store and buy one meal, how much that costs to have everything for that meal. You have people that have good jobs that have to still do things on the side. You have, and I've seen and still do, and I feel so bad. People that have to come out of retirement and still work to make ends meet. I be feeling so bad. And even the ones that don't make that much money still can't even get assistance because they make a little bit of money. And you know, people that's in a decent salary bracket most definitely can't get nothing, even though we basically live check to check. I mean, I'll be the first one to tell you, I'm 46, grown and all, and still have to call my mama for help. Still have to call my mama for help. Still have to call and ask for help. And not prideful at all and not shame. You know, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter how many incomes in the home. I mean, especially if you living comfortable, you know, and you like to get your hair done, you like to get your nails done, you like to eat, you know, how you like to eat and stuff like that, and make sure your kids and stuff taken care of, and just doing really the things you're supposed to do in life. You know, you're gonna go through some things with the way the economy is, you know, but I just, and I'm not gonna allow the economy to take away from me either, because I'm not gonna just work all the time. I mean, work, because that's all I've ever done. And not at least be able to get my hair done. And my hair is done only once every 1 or 2 months. My nails is only done once a month. It's not like, oh, I'm keeping up with the Joneses out here. No, I had this style. I'm going on my 2nd month with the style. I had a touch up done just on the top part. I'm going on my 2nd month with the actual style. Ain't nobody can't afford stuff like that. I mean, to the ones that can get their hair done every 2 weeks, kudos to you, and your nails and toes, kudos to you. But we can't. But I just see it so much just in life. And I know what I go through. I be on TikTok a lot. You know that. I see what other people go through. And it's just hard out here. It is so hard out here. You know, just to feed your family is hard. Just to feed your family is so hard. You know, it's so hard. It is so hard.
Y'all always want to blame this man for something, man.
Nobody touch it.
Nah, he probably did do that though, man. Trump, leave them folks alone, man. Leave them people alone, man. You over there messing with them people, man. Starting wars and stuff, man. Got a little. You see the gas, man? See the gas, man? I know some of my family members be happy that I get to talk about this chump, man. Yeah, I don't like him now because what he did to the gas. There y'all go.
I'm not sure if anyone knows this, but
a lot of the economists, the PhDs, and the people with way more wealth than us are estimating that as a country, we may hit double-digit inflation by the end of this year. Now, hopefully, if you're an adult and you're educating yourself and you're informing yourself on what's going on economically, you're preparing for this. But if you are not, which I know a lot of people are not, if you are in possibly even upper middle class, working class, lower class, poverty, if you fall in any of those categories, inflation is going to decimate you. It is absolutely going to take you out. And it's so crazy because as terrible as this is, so many people don't even realize that it's still going on. And when I tell people, I'm like, hey, like, what are you doing to prepare for this? Because our national debt level is only getting higher. So if you haven't figured this out, you may want to consider this, because as a country, a tactic to, I guess, handle countries who have a lot of debt is massive inflation. So while the country's trying to inflate away their debt, they're dropping a large portion of their population into poverty. And I'm not sure if you guys know, but there are some people who inflation doesn't hurt them. And in fact, inflation actually helps them. And that is asset holders, specifically real estate asset holders. And I just had a conversation with two of my investor clients, both here in Dallas, Fort Worth, own multiple properties. They said, hey, we've been preparing for this since last year. We don't care if it's 30% inflation, because all that's going to do, we're going to make more money and our assets are going to be worth more than it is today. A lot of people are hedging. They know the inflation is coming because they already see the writing on the wall with the government. And what are they doing? They're buying even more real estate. So I don't know what anyone else is doing, but please, please, please make sure you guys are preparing, because folks, eating habits are changing. Their driving habits are changing. Their living conditions are deteriorating. So please just make sure you are prepared.
The numbers are undeniable. Rent, food, gas, they're all taking money out of your pocket every single month. And Washington keeps telling you that the economy is fine. If this video opens your eyes, share it with someone who needs to hear the truth. Because the more people who understand what's really happening, the harder it is to ignore. Drop a comment below and tell us exactly what's hitting your budget the hardest. Because your story matters, and we want to hear it. I do. Nosy. Happy every day.
No fit overthink, oh. Me, I no like stress. Steady on my speed, oh. Them no paycheck.
Checking my point.